Hey, I'm Aspen.
And I'm Ubu.
And this is Movie Grits,
a movie podcast where we talk about everything except the movie we're watching.
And today, we're watching
The Adventures of Food Boy.
Okay, on with the show! Well, now that we're officially recording, I would like everyone to know that there is a Tumblr Sexy Man rematch!
I didn't know about that.
I think it just got posted.
Dude, Sans needs to win a second time.
Yes, and then also kill the queen again?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Another public official will die by his hand.
I was really
That's
wondering...
a joke.
Yeah, that's a joke, FBI. It's a joke.
I promise, I don't want anyone to die.
I was really curious if they were going to add Jack...
Big Jack Horner.
Yeah, Big Jack Horner on, but he does not seem to be on here. But anyway, we have a movie to watch.
Yeah, we can talk about Big Jack Horner and Tumblr Sexy Men and Puss in Boots in general, because we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, we do have a movie to watch.
Okay.
A very special movie.
Very special. It is on DVD, so I'm going to hit the play in the menu.
I will... What a special edition of Movie Grits this is.
Let's
Aspen,
give some history, yeah.
Yeah. So...
Ooh, that's too loud.
Yeah. So this is a movie called The Adventures of Food Boy. I don't know if you've heard of it. I didn't until Aspen told me about it. And I was like, what? I feel like I've heard of this. And then I looked it up, and one of the internet's most iconic cursed images is actually just a still from this movie where Ryan from High School Musical is scared in a corner of a bathroom covered in bread.
Yes.
And I was like, holy crap, this movie is going to probably be my favorite movie by the end. So me and Aspen, we looked for a way to watch it. A streaming service, a not streaming service.
Yes.
And we couldn't find it anywhere at all. Except for Apple TV, but not actually Apple TV. By that, I mean iTunes. And by iTunes, I mean Aspen had to, buy a copy of it on her iPhone that she, for some reason, couldn't stream to the PC.
Yeah, no, I needed an Apple TV to play it. And then once I figured out how to get it on my computer, of course, it blocked streaming. So it was just a black screen, and I was like, you know what, maybe I can strap a webcam to my t-shirt, and that way Ubu could watch it, but then you wouldn't be able to hear it. So I was kind of like, what's the point? And that was 2 hours into our endeavor, and it was really bad, and I was sad.
Yeah, after over an hour, maybe 2 hours, I don't remember, but definitely over an hour of trying to assemble this movie for watching in any format, we ended up springing for a physical copy that Aspen now owns.
Yep.
She is streaming the DVD to me.
Yep. The first official Movie Grits DVD purchase. Woo!
Yeah, everything else has been on a streaming service or a streaming service, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Everything
streaming
else.
like service.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I have a feeling I know what they're about to do, and I'm really upset by it.
What?
Did you ever do this in school?
Mix stuff together and then put money on a table?
And?
Oh,
yeah.
We'll give you money we'll give you less than $2 if you eat this yogurt, raisins, and orange juice. And
with lettuce. And I think there's some mustard in there. This is why he's Food Boy. Yeah, this reminds me.
Radioactive food.
This reminds me of the when we did the food tasting stream.
Yeah, I remember. I remember almost throwing up because of the vinegar mixture I made.
Yeah,
because my soda didn't show up in time.
Yeah, your ranch flavored soda.
But the best part, behind the scenes, what we're talking about is for the 6-month anniversary of my stream, I streamed for 17 hours.
Yeah.
And one of the events I had planned was a Japanese dessert box taste test and You Laugh, You Lose challenge with Aspen.
Yeah.
And what we were going to do is pick we also are going to test like those gross novelty sodas, you know, like the peanut butter and the bacon and the butter and the ranch.
Yes.
And we were going to pick which one we hated the most. And anytime we laughed during You Laugh, You Lose, we would drink it.
Yeah.
But mine didn't show up until 2 months later.
Yep.
And it was demolished. I got a bag that felt heavy, but also made like chingling sounds. Like maybe there was shattered glass in it.
Perhaps Santa has come to town, or maybe someone sat on your sodas.
And when I opened the bag, because maybe shipping 6 glass bottles in like a parcel isn't the best idea. But yeah, much to my surprise and chagrin, there was novelty soda and shattered glass. But by that point, I'd already asked for a refund and gotten it. So if only they'd shipped it in a better container, I actually could have gotten both, my money and soda.
There you go. But who would want it? Because I remember I had to drink it. It was horrible.
I know you've had the ranch soda, and I know Abby's had the ranch soda, and both of you have said it's awful.
Yeah, it's horrible.
For my You Laugh, You Lose drink, I mixed together mustard, vinegar, chocolate milk, I think it was, and I almost threw up.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it really says something when you put chocolate into the mix and the chocolate is overpowered by the other ingredients.
Yeah.
I mean, whew. So yeah.
That
little mixture that has been off the screen for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That
all that to say, we're very excited to watch Food Boy.
Yeah, I have an inner Food Boy that has been in hiding ever since that stream. Except for that one time I streamed Mario World with Kiki and I drank lemon juice every time we died.
Lemon juice isn't too bad.
Straight up lemon juice by itself every time someone who isn't particularly good at Mario World dies in Mario World is like... I had to like switch to something else because I felt like I was going to throw up.
That's fair.
Like, think of you playing Mario World.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what it was for like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah.
They're golfing now. He's a fancy rich kid.
Yeah. He's a fancy rich kid. He wants to become like
a food boy.
Some honor student. Like we mentioned earlier, we don't have subtitles and we hardly listen to the movie so we can talk. So this will be a guessing game.
Yeah, we might have to watch this off the podcast at some point.
Yeah.
I am excited to watch it. But I also know if I watch it, I'm going to get distracted. And y'all aren't going to get that sweet, sweet Ubu Aspen commentary about things that don't have to do with the movie.
Yeah, like Little Jack Horner.
Yeah, or Big Jack Horner.
And the fact that I finished Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. Which do you want to talk about first?
I mean, the Breaking Bad thing isn't that interesting. I finished Breaking Bad and I'm watching Better Call Saul, so...
What do you mean it's not interesting?
I mean, that's it.
Well, I mean, we can talk about the specifics, you know, like, what did you think of the show? What stood out to you about the show? By the way, possible spoilers for Breaking Bad, but that show's been out for a while, so, like, go watch it already.
Yeah,
Gosh.
go watch it already, and then also, I think you can kind of guess how it's gonna end.
Yeah.
In a generic sense.
Yeah, so I know we've talked about it through text, but we have not like sat down and officially discussed Breaking Bad, I don't think.
That's true. Our friendship consists of memes and then deep psychological or philosophical conversations about Breaking Bad.
Psychological.
Yes, psychological.
Yeah. Well, dude, Breaking Bad, it's a show that like you can break it down into like so many parts. Like you brought up how Mike is like a reflection of who Walter said he was,
but never actually was.
Yeah, it's like Mike is Walter if he actually was doing it for his family. and how like poetic and ironic it is that, spoilers, Walt's the one who kills him.
Yeah, because, Walt can't be wrong.
Yeah. If someone points out his faults, he needs to shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, I just remembered there's a list that I can get. I'm sorry, Mike.
He's like, just shut up and let me die in peace.
Let me die in peace.
So sad, but so
Walter.
funny. Walter.
Let me die in peace, Walter.
With his square-shaped head.
And very round, large nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a sad death. Because at that point in the show, he's like pretty much the only character, the closest thing to a voice of reason you have.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of times he was just like, screw you guys, I'm leaving town. And then something would like drag him back in.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done it.
But,
he's doing it for his family. Unlike some people.
Unlike some people.
I don't know why, but whenever Huel's at the safe house and the police are talking to him about, like, he's coming for you next.
Yeah, he's like, why?
Yeah, he goes like, how does he say it? He goes, why do you want to kill me? I never do nothing to him.
Yeah, like, genuinely. He's like, what did I do?
He says it with, like, genuine confusion, and it made me laugh so hard, because it was, like, the most emotion Huel had shown in, like, the entire show.
I know. Side note, the way this man is drinking that milk.
Yeah, why is he's like, it's almost like a small dance on top of... Ew.
If that was me, I would probably die from lactose intolerance. First case of lactose intolerance death. Who is that? Local truck driver?
I'm the teacher. They said drug driver.
Drug driver, yeah. Sorry,
I drive
Breaking
drugs
Bad.
around these parts. Yeah, I'm Walter.
Did he just squeegee up his vomit and then like squish it out of the towel? What?
I thought he just kind of stood there for a minute and then squeezed the towel and walked off dismissively. Hi, I'm a small child. Are you food boy? I wish I was. But all I can do is chug 2/3 a gallon of milk and then vomit.
Are you Ryan, as in Ryan and Sharpay?
Can you do bop, 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 bop to the top for me?
Please.
And then he says, well, since you asked nicely, and pulls his bedazzled hat out of his backpack.
And it starts cha-cha sliding.
He goes,
yeah, because that's part of the song.
Yeah. That person looks familiar, but knowing this movie, I don't know why.
Well, the obligatory movie grits. Who is that? Let me look. Don't know why I said it like that. Oh, Tumblr sexy man.
Obligatory. I'll look it up too.
No, I'll look it up first.
Food boy.
No.
Girl.
Food boy girl.
You look that up, and believe it or not, Food boy does not come up.
Brittany
Cast.
Curran.
Who are you, Brittany Curran?
13 going on 30.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Looks like she's in nothing.
Apparently she was in an episode of Drake and Josh.
Okay.
She was in an episode of The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. And Sweet Life on Deck.
Are they just getting him to eat a bunch of crazy stuff now for fun?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Or are they trying to raise money?
He's like, can I get money? Nope, you're just gonna eat some jalapenos and mayonnaise.
Oh, no. He's running for like student body president or something.
Oh. He's like, if you vote for me, I'll eat more weird food. And that's it.
This movie, I think, is my nightmare. Because if he's just going to be eating nasty food concoctions this whole movie, I think this is going to be the worst thing I've ever bought with my own money in my life.
Yeah, if if like every other scene is him going, "Oh, this is gross," then yeah, it's gonna be actually nauseating.
Dripping out of his mouth. I cannot.
Yeah, that would be an awful life to live. What? Yeah, right there.
No, the guy in front of him, but yeah, him too.
Walter,
stop
put
throwing
the milk
up.
gallon away, Walter. He's on a game show with M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. That'd be so funny if it was. I don't think this movie's old enough.
For M. Night Shyamalan?
For him to be a kid.
Oh, no. It's not. I was like, M. Night Shyamalan was making movies in the early 2000s.
Oh, in the 90s. Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, he made The Sixth Sense, and that came out in the 70s.
I don't think it did.
Nonsense. That would be pretty crazy if it did, because now Haley Joel Osment's like a grown man, and like all he really does is just voice Keyboy in Kingdom Hearts.
Keyboy.
But it took him like 4 decades to age into an adult. Yay, I hate this bottle, I clap on it.
I smack the bottle.
This is the worst. Who'd have thunk forming a presidential platform on eating gross food would not work out? What are you going to... I mean, I don't even know what the student body president does.
They plan... Typically in high schools, they do like the dances and like events like that. And then also they're responsible for coordinating the reunions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's like a long-term responsibility before you even have a chance to grasp what long-term responsibility is.
Yeah, like for the rest of your life. Because there's like 30, 40-year reunions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my mom's in her 50s, and she still gets invited to those.
Yeah, so her student body president is still cranking them out, you know?
I think the only time they stop inviting you is when everyone in the student body dies.
Yeah, or the president dies and no one cares.
Yeah, the president dies and the rest of the student body is just in a state of disrepair.
Yeah, like,
they're like, our leader's gone! How are we going to unite?
I know. I don't know if I'm going to go back to my high school reunion. It's not for another like 5 years or so, but...
Yeah.
Or
I guess I got one coming up maybe in like 3-4 years. But I was in like a really weird limbo state in high school. Like because of how I had like a couple credits when I switched from homeschool to public school. And so I like existed. I was supposed to graduate with class 1.
Yeah.
But ended up getting held back to class 3 because I had so few credits. And then I worked so hard, I made it up to class 2 by the time I graduated. So I was in like, I guess it's just which one did you graduate in?
Yeah.
But, it kind of stinks because like the class I grew up with was class 1. But I also don't think very few of them remember me because of the homeschooling thing. Yeah. And also I wasn't a particularly talkative person. I think class 2, some of them will remember me decently, and class 3, some of them will remember me decently. But I don't know. Before I have a reunion, I want to like do something impressive.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, so what are you up to these days? Oh, cleaning the toilet and art.
And the internet.
I guess art's kind of cool. Yeah, and surfing the web all the time. They're like, oh, you look at like Twitter all day? And it's like, yes and no. Ew.
He mustered himself.
Mustard? I hardly know turd.
I hardly know turd.
I hardly know turd.
Okay, he's got his food boy powers, but how? When did this happen? Oh, is it peanut butter?
Yeah, I think it's peanut butter. He just ate so many gross concoctions that it turned into food powers.
There's nothing more embarrassing than being in class and then something physically goes wrong with you, and like the social pressure of just acting like you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, you have to, like, wait for some sort of break to be like, hey, would it be okay if I use the bathroom? No pressure, but kind of some pressure.
Kind of some pressure because I drank an entire gallon of milk earlier. It's not sitting well with me. And they're like, no,
and
you
I
can't
ate, like,
go.
Spam, jalapenos, and bananas in a blender.
Yeah, and some hot Cheetos from the hot Cheeto girls in the hallway.
Yeah, I got some hot Cheetos and I lied. Can I go to the bathroom, please?
Yeah. I lied and had some hot Cheetos.
I had some hot chips and lied.
And everyone knows that's a concoction for bathroom time.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I wouldn't have anything in the morning because I didn't have the stomach for anything.
Exactly, yeah.
And there would be days that does not look like a high schooler.
No. That guy, that's not a high schooler, and neither is she.
Well, yeah, but she looks a little more like one than he does. He looks like Mark Hamill.
He looks like he's 30.
Man, why are you asking me for advice? I got held back so many times. I obviously don't make that many good life choices.
Yikes. Oh, what's he going to do with the orange?
I guess hand crap peanut butter on it.
Or maybe he Mary Poppins it out of the bag. I don't remember.
He goes, this lemon's Mary Poppins, Joe.
Oh, do it again. Do it again. What? Now they're backstage.
There's nothing in the paper bag. Or is there? Ooh, a lemon. Why do my hands smell like everything?
Why do my hands smell so stinky like?
They smell like peanut butter and lemon. Like a mom, the mom of a 5-year-old is cleaning the lunch off of the table.
Is that some bologna that he just picked up off the floor?
What the heck?
This is the most bizarre movie. Please start projectile shooting it out of his hand.
Yeah, he goes, if you'll excuse me, salami! And he, like, blindfolds them both with an individual strip of salami.
Slaps him in the face.
Yeah, just, and they can't see anything. So, guys, if you vote for me, I won't drink weird food concoctions, because I'm not a freak. And they all clap.
I will buy everyone alcohol because I'm 30.
I'll print you all fake IDs.
Yeah. Oh, he's got his before speech, Balani. Balani?
Balani.
Balani.
I'm having a bit of a Balani. What a weirdo. He's smelling his hand. I will say, that's such a weird reaction.
Yeah,
Food
why
is being generated from your hand, and you're like, why does it smell like food?
Please shoot baloney at people.
Yeah, he goes, vote for me, you beautiful audience. He points at him, and then just like a chocolate chip cookie flies and like hits someone like David and Goliath.
He's getting a little too gesticular. Is that the word when you gesture a lot?
Maybe not.
He's gesturing a lot. I feel like the baloney's coming, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Hey, any good president has hand gestures.
Yes.
Everyone thinks of the hand gestures when they... Oh, yeah! He's trying to sabotage me by giving me... Yeah, well, I went...
Let's turn it up slightly more so we can get those good baloney sounds.
The good the deli meat cannon sounds.
Come on. Ew!
I like how it just, like, projectile vomits out of his hand.
I love the shot, too, so they could, like, strap baloney cannons to his hand and we wouldn't see.
Alright, in this scene, you're going to be wearing tubes in your shirt, and it'll go poof, just shoot salami everywhere.
Do they just think he's throwing baloney at people?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, lifts up his hand and is just like, I have a dream, and it just goes poof, and he's like, wow, it's crazy you did that with the baloney being invisible. Quiet! No fun at school!
I was about to be the bathroom scene, please!
The iconic cursed image.
It's about to look like it.
He needs to hone his abilities so that he can make a sandwich on command instead of switching between random foods.
I'm in a communal bathroom, but the door's locked.
Hey, can you let us in? We need to use the bathroom. Privacy?
Hello. Ew. Ew!
Hey, deli meat's already got that slime on it, so you don't even need the water.
Are they, like, cutting in between Like, it looks weird.
It is.
He's definitely holding some.
It hasn't even occurred to me how, like, it is just kind of being generated out of nowhere.
Well, I will say, we do...
Okay, that looks awful, but... that was funny, but, like, not intentionally.
Since
like, when he was...
No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, that...
There it is!
I was gonna say, like, when he was running down the hallway and salami was shooting everywhere, that it didn't even occur to me, like, how are they doing that? I was just like, that's funny. But whenever they did the bread thing where it just slid out of his hand like a portal.
Like a SpongeBob. Wow! Inspector Gadget!
Inspector Gadget moment when he makes the smoothie or whatever.
I was talking about Inspector Gadget too when he gets possessed, but yes.
When he gets possessed.
Yeah, when they like take control of him and he shoots mustard everywhere.
The fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also thinking of like Job from Arrested Development with like his sleeves that shoot like lighter fluid and pennies and stuff. Yeah. But where did the lighter fluid come from?
Ew. Ow.
Anybody up for a mustard sandwich? And then the credits roll.
Yeah, I would be happy with that.
That's the whole movie. My life is a lie.
What, he think he just went crazy with like 42 loaves of bread? Like, what?
I'm honestly impressed you had that much mustard in your pockets, young man.
If you slam my door one more time...
I'm in a bad mood because the mustard cost me the presidential election.
Oh, she's gonna be like, this is a family gift. She's gonna go full turning red. And be like, this is our family curse.
At the end of the movie, she becomes a giant food boy and he has to fight her in the Coliseum. Is that cheese? No, it's mustard. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Why did it have to be mustard?
Oh. Edit.
I'm bilingual. Why'd I say that?
I knew it!
What in God's name?
She's the apple lady!
I'm the apple lady. We are descendants of Johnny Appleseed.
Speaking of Johnny Appleseed, we were going to talk about Big Jack Horner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Johnny Appleseed, the natural progression. So, chat, let us know down below if you think Big Jack Horner is a Tumblr sexy man.
I was going to say he's a Tumblr sexy, scary man. I don't like him. He gives me Kingpin vibes. I already told you that, but like the more he gets popular because the movie's super popular right now, the more I have to see him and the more I hate it.
This is saying a lot because I liked pretty much all the characters in that movie. He's probably my favorite one. I always gravitate towards the unabashed villain characters. They're just so... what a nice meal. Ketchup on a tomato. I don't even know what that was. Corn and some bugles.
Some little corn. Yeah, he made bugles. It's a pretty good power.
I mean, hey, that's a food. I wonder if he can make, like, herbs and spices.
Ooh.
Your ancestors.
I knew it. I told you.
It's like the Catwoman prophecy, but with shooting bread out of your hands.
Yeah.
There's one per generation.
Well,
you wouldn't learn about that in male academia, though.
They don't teach this in schools.
Anyway, do I think what?
I was gonna say, do you think, I guess since it's still a new movie, but it won't be by the time we post this, I'll just say, do you think the wolf is a Tumblr sexy man?
I see that way more than Jack Horner being one.
Why wouldn't Jack Horner be a Tumblr sexy man? Because Twitter's saying it's because he's fat.
To be a Tumblr sexy man, there does have to be some verticality going on, but not quite as much horizontality. Now, to be fair, I don't really know what made Sans a Tumblr sexy man. Other than the fact that he's just a popular character and weirdos on the internet were like, well, he's a male character. I think he's kind of hot.
He does have a smize, and he has that jacket.
He does have a jacket. I don't know if that determines Tumblr sexiness, but
I mean, he's reigned supreme, so...
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's the one who won. So obviously, when I think Tumblr sexy man, I think like the Onceler or... Yeah. I don't know.
Let me just look at the Tumblr sexy man post.
I don't know who else, but the Onceler. So like a skinny guy of moral ambiguity, a lovable, morally ambiguous skinny man.
No.
That's like Jack Horner is morally reprehensible, like straight up. He's tall, but he's not slender.
Yeah, let me just read off the ones I recognize from the new Tumblr sexy list. Okay. I don't know the main character from OKKO, I think.
The little boy?
Or no, the purple one.
Purple guy?
Purple guy? No.
William Afton on the list?
Honestly, I don't know yet. The triangle guy with the top hat.
Oh, Bill Cipher.
Yeah,
from Gravity Falls.
I don't know. The Onceler, Megamind, Sans. This looks like the evil guy from Food Fight. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go with that.
You mean you must be Leonard?
Yeah, the crazy walking guy.
Send me
a
picture.
I'll send you the picture. On Twitter. And then the next one was the clock from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. You're a fan of that one, I can see.
It doesn't, like, those characters don't register as like anything to me. Like, I love Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, but the fact that, like...
He's a Tumblr sexy man candidate.
They're like... It's so weird. He's literally a circle with like
legs.
Mike Wazowski proportions.
Well, that's why they like him. He's long, tan, and handsome.
Is he?
I guess. And then there's I don't know, and then King Dice, I think is his name, from...
I'm Mr. King Dice.
Yeah, Cuphead. Yeah. And then Tom Nook, obviously.
I saw some of the other... Oh my gosh! Look over to the right side. See. I was right.
Wait, where is he? Oh yeah, the purple guy. And the only human on here is Loki. Like, what?
By the way, the food fight guy, I think that's Junkrat from Overwatch.
No, I'm gonna go with the food fight guy.
Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2. Herobrine.
Yeah, Herobrine. And then Welcome to Night Vale, like the podcast or the narrator? I don't know. I'm gonna go with the whole podcast.
It's just the eyeball in the background, I guess. Yeah. Here, let's get up real close and see who we recognize. Let's see. Okay. So we got Dr. Octopus, Wheatley, Raymond from Animal Crossing, King Dice, the Top Hat Man from Villainous, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared Clock, Junkrat, Sans, Megamind, Onceler, Gingerbread Cookie Guy from that game that I don't give a flip about.
Sure.
I don't know who that is.
It looks familiar. It looks like a Fairly Odd Parent character or something.
I don't know. Bill Cipher, Guzma from Pokemon.
Okay.
some Steven Universe looking rando. I don't know who that is.
That looks like a VTuber, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you why. It's because he's facing us.
Yeah. And it's PNG.
Yeah, it's a PNG staring into our soul. And then on the other side, we got... I don't know who's at the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like some, like, Resident Evil character, maybe?
I was gonna say it looks like one of the Beatles, but, like, as a Silent Hill character.
Maybe it could be Silent Hill Beatles or what's his name?
Yeah, I'm gunning for Paul McCartney Silent Hill edition.
Herobrine.
Herobrine, the cartoon version of Beetlejuice, the Mob Psycho character who lost to Sans, Loki, one of those independent animation YouTube characters where the show takes place in hell. I don't know. Those kind of run together for me. Spamton, Purple Guy.
Purple Guy.
Bruno from Encanto.
Yeah.
One of the stupid NPCs from Pokemon Legends that I wish would stop talking to me.
Okay.
Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph.
That's who that is.
Jack Skellington.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even tell what I'm looking at.
I think that's Slender Man.
Slender Man. Welcome to Night Vale thumbnail. I don't know what that is above that.
That looks like Foster's House for Imaginary Friend character. The art style, at least.
Maybe a little.
Or like Teenage Robot. Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like if it was My Life as a Teenage Robot, I'd know it. If it was Foster's Home, I'd know it too. I don't know. I'm looking for someone to just be like, this is all of them in case you don't know their names. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. A Yellow Submarine character for all I know. And that stupid white-haired Danganronpa character I see everywhere.
There you go. So those are the leads. Put it in the comments below, chat, who you think is going to win this year. I was really hoping we would have Big Jack Horner on there or the Wolf, but maybe next year. This is a rematch, though.
They should do, like, a third round where they face, like, the winners of the first two against Into the Spider-Verse Kingpin, Animated Spider-Man Kingpin, and Comic Kingpin, and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin from Daredevil. And Big Jack Horner.
Yes.
I'm glad you agree.
And Tuco from Breaking Bad. He would be in my bracket.
He would be tight, yeah!
Tight. And he would win.
Look at that, look! He'll give the other contestants Colombian neckties. That's a reference to Better Call Saul.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm 5 episodes into that now.
Well, then you've already seen that part.
I have forgotten.
They're discussing what to do with the skateboarder guys. And one of his suggestions is Colombian neckties, which is where you slit someone's throat and pull their tongue out through the slit.
Gotcha. Yes, I remember that now.
This is a podcast for the whole family, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's educational.
Yeah. If someone ever asks you nicely if you would like a Colombian necktie, kids and adults alike say no. Because it's not a necktie. Anyway. Yeah. I don't think... Maybe next year. No, I feel like maybe the wolf from Puss in Boots will be in next year's running. But I don't know about Jigback Big Jack Horner, because I feel like the wolf will have a little more staying power in the minds of attention deprived individuals on the internet. And Yeah, I think he'll have more staying power. And by this point next year, Big Jack Horner will just be a character that's kind of neat if you remember him, you know?
Yeah.
They should have put Dr. Cortex from Crash Bandicoot in the Tumblr Sexy Man running. Dude, if more people played Crash Bandicoot in Tropy, he's tall, he's evil, he's got blue skin, he's British. He's part robot.
British is good. Mm-hmm.
He's like the main villain of the 4th game. And a major antagonist of the 3rd one. But that's not like... I don't think Tumblr cares about that. Come on, give me some more fruit snacks.
Oh yeah, I already finished my tortilla, so...
Well, the last 3, I think, are about to go down the hatch. Whoa.
And then Ubu died.
I would give myself the Heimlich before I die.
On the grandma chair?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's in the living room.
Oh, okay.
I don't use that anymore.
No help from grandma, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I would run to the living room and just like throw myself onto one of the prongs in the corners of that chair.
Oh man.
No, I have a very torn up computer chair now.
Nice.
That I acquired from the side of the road.
That's good. It's the best place to get furniture because it's free.
Yeah. Especially when it looks like the condition that mine is in. I don't know what compelled me to go, this looks awful, but it's free. But it did. So that was a nice 10 minutes or 30 minutes not paying attention to this movie. But it seems they are now learning how to generate strawberries.
Yeah, I think we missed the history montage where she explains what the heck this affliction is, and now she's just teaching him how to hone in his food powers.
The villain of the show blasted him with sewage water and he died, and then a giant food breathed second life into him.
Gotcha. This one is the wigs are... Ew, why does it have to come out like that? Ew!
Because they have to cover the hose that's conveniently placed in their sleeve.
It's like they couldn't think of a better way to...
Is he drinking water with a spoon?
Oh, it must not be good.
Ew. This is the best water I've ever had. I'm not worthy.
Let me try again, because that was such a good experience. That's not good. Don't drink that. That's chicken broth.
Yeah, don't drink chicken broth. That's disgusting.
I'm the guy in the back.
I'm that plate on the drawn...
Oh, not the plate with the chicken broth.
No, I'm not that either. Drink it or I'll kill you.
Oh.
Ew.
I'm pretty sure they just kind of winged this whole movie.
Mm-hmm. This scene was entirely improv.
I have to imagine.
They're like, what am I supposed to be? You're an ancient something, somewhere. India, Mexico, I don't know. And shooting some sort of liquid out of your hand. Water, chicken broth, I don't know. And you don't like it. And you all have little ribbons in your hair like little girls. Because that's what ancient Indians / Mexicans have.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was India or Mexico, but I think they're speaking Spanish.
I couldn't hear it that well. But the backdrop just looked like a Dr. Seuss backdrop, so it was kind of hard to tell what they were going for.
I saw a palm tree, and that kind of was like, India? But I don't think India has palm trees.
Ancient Florida?
Florida?
I'm going to read your palm, and by
everyone...
that I mean...
kid's like,
I'm a child
ew.
And I hate fruit.
Don't get me started on kids and their bad sense of taste.
Yeah. Eventually they grow up. Sorry. Enjoy the ketchup.
Why are they just accepting that this is a thing? Here's your strawberry with ketchup on it.
Yeah, if you want, you could dip it into the ketchup. Kill two birds with one stone.
Ew! No! No! So do you think he just like manifests these things through his body magic, or does he take it from somewhere else in the world and teleport it into his hand?
I'm thinking it's like, so there's a character in My Hero Academia who has a power similar to this.
Okay.
But like she can generate things out of her body. And it basically works as like a, not even a portal, but it doesn't like take away from her. But the condition is she knows like the chemical compounds that go into that thing. So if she wants to just make like salt, sodium chloride, she imagines sodium chloride and it comes out. But if she wants to like make a cell phone, she has to know like everything that goes into a cell phone.
I see.
I'm thinking this is that, but not as interesting.
Gotcha, yeah.
It's literally just he concentrates on making a strawberry and makes a strawberry. And sometimes he thinks too much about the color red and it comes out as ketchup.
Red ketchup.
I'd invite you to dinner, my friend, but we are in the midst of a man who can generate food. So we can have it now. And he just shoots waffles out of his hand.
Dude, if I could just summon waffles out of my hands, I'd be massive. I would be Big Jack Horner big.
I would make pies and stick my thumb into them.
You know, okay, the thing, going back to Big Jack Horner, the thing that disturbs me the most is his face jiggliness.
Yeah, and he's like a baby and an adult at the same time.
And his mouth, when he's like particularly devious, does a really big U shape. And I hate to watch it because I keep watching compilations of him on YouTube and I don't know why, because I'm like, ew.
No one's
obsessed.
Forcing you to watch them.
No, something within me is forcing me to watch them, I think.
I think one of the things that there's two things that draw me to him. There is the personality, like I said, unabashed evil in like a cartoon, obviously in a cartoon. I'm not talking about real world politicians. Whenever someone just wants to do something evil for the sake of evil in a cartoon, I think it's really fun. Because you don't really have to worry about like being realistic. You can just have them ham it up to 11.
Yeah.
And so naturally, that's one of the most interesting characters to me. Even when I was a kid, I felt that way. But then the fact that they managed to make like a design that's like Kingpin and like a baby, but like a man who's lost teeth because he's like addicted to drugs all at the same time. It like you know that scene in Hoodwink 2 where there's the giant and he's at this weird angle and there's just something about it that's just like really off. It was like the meme where like you would swap the guy. It feels like watching that as a main character of a DreamWorks movie. Just because it's just, it feels so unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
But I give props because that's not the character that feels like a character design where they'd be happy with it and then be like, should we like, you know, fluff this character up a little bit and make them less uncanny, you know, just to like, you know, because this is like a major animation release. Like if it was Disney, that would have been on the the cutting board immediately.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
because it's, but DreamWorks likes to be slightly angsty Disney. So they're like, no, we like how weird this man looks.
Well, yeah, and he's also like murderous and like shooting people, and it's just so much more violent.
Yeah, and he's very nonchalant about it. That's like the best part. Because when I talk about unabashed evil, you imagine like, I'm going to take over the world!
Yeah.
But he talks like a CEO who, you know, like I saw this article where they said, they were like, Microsoft laid off over 10,000 employees with three powerful words showing that you can fire people with empathy. Mm-hmm. And the words were like transparency and valid or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like, dude, whoever wrote this is like a Microsoft bootlicker. Like, what the frick does that mean? If someone walked up to me and said those 3 words, I would go, I wouldn't know what that means. I'd be like, is this some sort of like mantra? I wouldn't think, oh, I've been fired.
Yeah.
And if they said that, if they like, I don't know, said you're fired, but you were valid and we see you, I'd be like, then let me keep my job.
Yeah, it's like, you're fired, but you're valid in your feelings. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like I've had a good boss before, and you know what made them a good boss was I actually felt like I was valued by them.
Yeah.
If you make me feel not valued, but you say flowery words that sound like maybe you want me to think I'm valued by you, then I'm not going to think that. I'm going to think you are the soulless corporation that all those people who crap on capitalism think of. You know?
Yeah.
You are that straw man given flesh. Jack Horner's that person, but like he also wants to take over the world. And not in like a I have a successful business kind of way. He literally wants to like rule the world with magic powers.
Yeah.
But he's also like, you know, they'll be like, Jack, help me, I'm dying. And he'll be like, I'm busy right now, but duly noted. He's like, all right, Breaking Bad time. He's like Todd. He's like a sociopath, but he's like nonchalant as opposed to just like a psycho, you know?
Yeah.
But he's also like a cartoon character, so it's not straight up Todd, you know, where you're like, how many brain cells does this man have bouncing around in his 3 IQ head?
Half.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon version of sociopathy. And I think that's interesting. I think it's fun. Because it's not for all the like morally gray, oh, but were they actually right the whole time villains? It's nice to have one that's just like, no, I just want to take over the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also thought it was a nice touch that he had Excalibur, but it was still in the stone because he's not worthy of it.
So funny, because I never thought of that before. Like, why not just rip up the stone?
He seems to be a very strong individual for a human. He's massive. He's like Kingpin.
He's got big old hands.
He does have big hands, and he has weird misshapen thumbs from sticking them in pies all his life.
Yep, one of them's purple.
Mm-hmm. I think both of them are. But maybe only one. I don't know. But yeah, I like that movie. I think... If I was a child now and I went and saw it, it would be like a movie that it'd be like one of those movies that lives kind of rent free in your head, or maybe it's not your favorite, but when people ask you what's a good movie, it's like one of the ones that pops up.
Oh no, like I definitely wish I had bought it instead of rented it to watch it, because I want to watch it again, but I don't want to pay another $25 to buy it this time.
I went and saw it in a theater.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, quite. The ticket wasn't... I live in a land where movie tickets aren't particularly expensive. And I know that, like, you know, for what I bought, I spent a pretty penny on popcorn and soda, but the popcorn bucket, it was a medium, and it was what I thought a large would look like. So at the same while it was like $15 for Coke and popcorn is kind of steep, I was also like, but so's this popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
And I think I told you, maybe I didn't, I don't remember, but I was in a theater with less than 10 people in it probably. Because it's been out for like a month, and I went and saw it on like a school day in the middle, like the early afternoon. The theater was very vacant. There were a few people there, but I had the entire row to myself. Until
Mm-hmm.
A family with their daughter decided to show up. And apparently, they do the thing now where you can choose which seat you sit in.
Yeah.
And they thought, you know what would be a good idea? Sit directly next to this man. So I got to sit next to some random dude throughout the entire movie. I'd gotten all comfy. I had, both cup holders occupied. And then they showed up.
You didn't just scoot down one?
Well, I felt that would be rude. Because I didn't need that much space, But, and, they'd already been, a little apologetic, sorry, this is where our seats are. And I was like, oh, no problem. And I gave him a cup, one of my cup holders that I was using.
I gave them my cup.
Yeah, I said, here, you want some Coke? And then I left. No, yeah, I felt like, I don't know. It was this isn't going, I feel like if that child is going to cause trouble, I will hear it from any other point in this theater. And I don't want to be a jerk who's just people, I'm moving. So I just stayed where I was. Like I said, I don't know what the circumstances were. In my head, I like the idea of they were just where should we sit, family? I know, next to this guy. But I don't know.
He'll love it.
Yeah. I mean, they were probably thinking the same thing I was, which was why did we sit next to that guy? We had the entire theater open to us. If someone comes and is you're sitting in our seats, then we can say, look around. You have options.
Yeah, people like to follow the rules.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I picked my seat. It was smack dab in the middle. So I understand. They probably were well, if he's going to take the best seat in the house, we're going to sit in the second, third, and fourth.
Honestly, it would be so funny if their family split in half betwixt you. So you were in the middle, and they're well, we got to be in the middle too. So you're just a part of the family now.
Yeah, they incorporated symmetry into the seat arrangement so that all of them could be just as much in the middle as I was.
Side note, is he in a meth lab?
Yes. Ah! Hello. It's the ghost of the chef, Meth.
The meth cook.
I'm the cook.
Oh, he is a chef.
Yeah.
Speaking of chefs, this is so random. I took a macaroon class on Sunday to learn how to make macaroons. And the chef was actually French. Isn't that so fun? And she had a picture in her kitchen of Colette from Ratatouille.
I was trying to find a way to make a joke about Colette, and then you brought it up.
Yeah, she already had one. I think it was a gift that someone, because it was a drawing of Colette. And I was someone probably thought this was funny. But anyway.
Someone did fan art. Someone did Colette fan art.
Yeah. I mean, she had the same hairstyle. Maybe it's just industry standard for a chef. Because she was a professional Michelin star French chef kind of thing. Yeah. And I was maybe that's just how they do their hair. I don't know.
Yeah, all of them.
Did he just mix oats and rice?
Yeah. He's been mixing multiple things, and yet it's all nice and not mixed, I guess. Not bad, but not good either. I don't really know how you could improve, but nice job.
Maybe don't put the oats in the rice next time.
You put the onions in the onion bowl pretty good, but you can do better.
That's the first line of this movie I've heard.
Invent blue raspberry flavor?
Yeah.
Dude, this is such a good movie.
Honestly.
That was a zing. I don't even know what it was in reference to. I know two things about this chef. He's hard on his underlings, and he's patriotic.
Yes.
There's an American flag back there, just in the middle of the kitchen. It'll show it again.
Weird. What is he making?
It looks like they're trying to simulate oatmeal raisin cookie dough, but it looks cheese curd or something.
And vomit.
Yeah, he threw up into the bowl and put raisins in it.
And why
and
would
something
you...
to like make it more pale and less green.
Is he using a wooden spoon? Like, why? Why a wooden spoon?
Why not?
Because it absorbs stuff. It's gross.
Well, then you've got an oatmeal raisin spoon, and that's dope.
Oh, he was making oatmeal.
You know, you've got a man in your kitchen who can probably shoot oatmeal out of his hands. You could have just said, hey, you want some oatmeal? And he's like, that'd be great. And he goes, then shoot it out of your hand.
Yeah.
Into this bowl.
Maybe he was just proving that the ingredients he makes are good, unlike the Indian Mexican guy that made nasty water.
Yeah. He's been very insecure about his food shooting abilities. He's like, I can't make purified water. But he never tried, so he doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know the components of purified water, so.
How funny would it be if they like incorporated the rules for that one character from My Hero Academia into Adventures of Food Boy, probably a decade and a half before My Hero Academia even existed. Whoever made that manga like stole the concept from Adventures of Food Boy.
I think they did. I think we've cracked something here. Also, I'm going to say something bold in that this movie should have ended 30 minutes ago.
Did you say that?
Like, what is even happening? I thought the story was going to be he had baloney powers. I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, that is kind of the story, to be fair. You get an A, Ew. But peanut butter. I think he should work on controlling when his powers happen.
I think this was the original peanut butter incident. Ew, he's ricing.
Get the grains out of here. This is a grain-free zone. What'd you just say? Did you call him a stupid trick?
Or him and the other guy not friends anymore?
Yeah, he's jealous because he can't shoot bread out of his hands and make a cursed image. Hi, can you make me a sandwich from your hand?
Please. Banana flavored?
I know you can shoot salami and bread and mustard. Can you shoot mayonnaise?
This is a normal human conversation that's happening.
How do you feel about the talent show? I'm probably not going to do it. Why? Because I'm insecure about the ability to shoot food out of my hand. But you'll win. But I'm sad.
But I'm sad about it.
I got a D+ on the peanut butter test.
They wanted Jif. All I had was Peter Pan.
I can only generate Peter Pan. And great value.
Great value.
And that took me weeks to master.
My own creation.
I've made homemade peanut butter from the palm of my hand.
Did you ever do a talent show?
Kind of. My church had this, our youth group had this thing called Fine Arts, and for young kids, Fun Arts. And there were different, whatchamacallit, not topics or subjects, fields, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, there are like people who had bands. There are people who like drew pictures and could play instruments and do like interpretive dances and stuff. And I did that a few times. I actually went, I was in a vocal ensemble of 6 people that did good enough to go to nationals.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We could have gone to nationals, but
could have if we wanted to, but we decided, lame.
Lame.
What happened?
Oh, it's movie? Chunking. No, no.
I want to see a magical feast.
Okay, at time 1 hour, 5 minutes, and about 30 seconds, we're having technical issues. The CD player is chunking.
Listen, let's be honest. How many people at home are actually watching along?
Yeah, that's fair.
In order to do so, they had to go, I gotta find a copy. And then go through our weird little pilgrimage where they realize there isn't one available. So I need to buy it. And then they had to wait a week for it to show up. So maybe they're listening, but it's been a week since the premiere of this video. Of this podcast, if you will.
Oh!
Alright.
And at this point the movie froze. The curse had returned, and all Food Boy broke loose.
Okay, here we go.
Alright.
We're at 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 25 seconds. I don't know what happened. I think it's just because DVDs are stupid, and that's why no one uses them anymore.
Hey, DVDs are cool, but this one was probably made in the home of the director.
No!
You know, it's sad because I was going to buy my own copy of Food Boy.
Yeah, maybe it's because.
But like, if it doesn't work, why buy it?
What is happening? I'm not doing anything. It's just freaking out.
It can't comprehend. The computer just caught up and is like, hold on a second. He can shoot food out of his hands?
Okay, I'm just going to skip ahead until it starts playing.
Does not compute. One of the laws of science is that matter can neither be created nor destroyed, and he is creating food. Beep boop.
If we get through this movie, it'll be a miracle, because the sounds that are coming out of this CD player.
Not only is this the maiden voyage of DVD watching on Movie Grits, it is the series finale of the subgenre of DVD watching on Movie Grits.
I don't. Why would this happen? Come on.
It's the curse of Food Boy. I don't know what to tell you. You found the secret, and it's not happy about it.
Honestly, do you see the progress bar? It's just like fading.
Yeah, you can only watch Act 2 of the movie.
Let's just skip the talent show and go straight to Food Fight. Everyone listening, we're clicking on Food Fight now.
Everyone watching Food Boy on their own, we are assuming your copy also chugged along. Go ahead, exit out. Scene selection, Food Fight.
Load.
I'm saying, nope. You just gotta guess what Food Fight is.
It's not happy. Oh,
dude, The Adventures of Food Boy. It really does have like an ancient Aztec curse on it.
It really does. I think it's breaking my computer because I can't even open File Explorer. It's not responding.
Yeah, I see a large trail of cursors and also a small pool of loading symbols over in the corner.
It won't even eject. I hit the eject button and it's not ejecting.
You've just got Food Boy in your computer for the rest of your days.
Well, I mean, if this doesn't want to finish...
We can just look up the Wikipedia article.
We can look up the Wikipedia article.
I'm on it.
We almost got through the whole thing. This DVD is like flawless. I don't know what's going on. Unless they put some like encryption on it and it's like downloading viruses onto my computer.
That's why Food Boy didn't do that well, because they realized it was like that. I don't know if you knew about this. There was do you know what Cooking Mama is?
Yes, of course.
Okay. There was a Cooking Mama game. I don't know if it actually did come out for the Switch, but it was supposed to. And they had to pull it from the eShop because it apparently would use your Switch to mine cryptocurrency. So
that's good.
Maybe that's the reason it's so hard to watch Food Boy. Because it's like malware. All right. So the plot of The Adventures of Food Boy, according to Wikipedia. The Adventures of Food Boy takes a different approach to the superhero genre. The story centers around a teenage boy who discovers that he has the superpower to generate food out of his hands. Ezra Chase is a top high school student who is determined to make his life extraordinary. He's usually challenged into eating disgusting things and manages to eat them without hassle. However, his goal he definitely ate them with hassle. He
With
almost
hassle.
threw up multiple times. He did throw up in one scene.
We saw that.
Yeah, we saw it. He threw up, like, he said, "Look, guys," and then pointed the camera at it. I'm just kidding. However, his goals get more complicated when food spontaneously begins shooting from his hands at inconvenient times. Chaos usually ensues.
Inconvenient times? I would think that would be always inconvenient.
Yeah, the only time it's convenient to have food shoot out of your hands is when you say, "Gee, I wish I had a sandwich," and it fell out of my hands.
Yeah.
After discovering that he has this quote-unquote gift, which only a few people possess, Ezra starts to use it to improve his status at school. Ezra's friends Shelby, Joel, and Dylan also start to get more popular. But as this new superpower begins to take over his life, Ezra has to learn how best to use it. He eventually is forced to decide if he agrees with his grandmother in saying, "Not all superheroes fight crime."
Oh, so that was his grandmother.
I guess so.
I thought it was his mother.
He's an orphan who lives with his grandma.
Oh, what a loser.
His parents died because his dad, like, surfaced the food powers and just so much bread just filled the room and drowned them.
Suffocation through bread.
Also, the plot that I just read sounds like the back of the box. It doesn't sound like a synopsis. You know, a synopsis is usually like, it doesn't say, Ezra has to learn how to best use his powers. It's like, Ezra begins struggling to use his powers. He is then invited to the talent show, where he showcases his powers. Everyone, much to the applause of everyone in the student body, they then have a food fight. And then Ezra talks to his grandmother. His grandmother talks him into the concept of not fighting crime, which has not happened at all in any of this movie.
No,
I mean, maybe
not even close.
Maybe it did. I was looking at the Tumblr Sexy Man contest for probably half of a sixth of this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, when you read a plot synopsis, what you want at the end is like a wording of how the movie ends.
Yeah, like a synopsis. Maybe IMDb has it.
Maybe. Let's go see. Let's go check out IMDb.
We need some resolution for our viewers and ourselves, because I don't know what happens.
Yeah. All right. Synopsis. Storyline. It's loading.
Oh, no.
It's just 3 dots.
This movie's cursed. I tried everything. I think it's busted. This DVD player is, for all intent and purposes, new. It's the curse of Food Boy is what I'm going to put on it.
Yeah. I guess that's just... It's just a part of the lore now. The storyline on IMDb is a teenage boy is surprised to discover that he has the superpower to make food appear in his hands.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. I guess I could click plot summary. Let's see if anything happens. Okay, so the summaries. A teenage boy is surprised to discover that he has the superpower to make food appear in his hands. Synopsis. It looks like we don't have any synopsis for this title yet.
Great. Are we going to have to pull up a YouTube review of this?
Yeah. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel again. And today we're going to talk about the adventures of Food Boy. But before we get into that, I want to remind you to click that like button and hit that subscribe bell. And also, this Food Boy is brought to you by Magic Spoon. Have you ever liked cereal? And then we have to sit there through it. Whoop-de-doo. You got a cereal brand to sponsor you.
Okay, I'm scrubbing through a review.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the talent show part.
While you read that, I'm going to read some trivia for you from the IMDb page. Upon this film's April 2008 release, Noah Bastian was 27 at the time, considered and I quote, mighty old for a high school student.
Wow.
Who's Noah Bastian?
Probably the 30-year-old man.
Yeah, it's literally the guy, the Luke Skywalker guy.
Okay.
Goofs. Before the gallon challenge starts, Shelby and Joel enter the scene with their hands down. When the camera angle switched to them, Shelby said, I told you, holding her hands on her chest level.
That's a
Crazy.
good goof.
Yeah, I just about slapped my knee. Okay, crazy credits. Some interesting lines in the credits. Mustard viscosity. A couple of guys with no clue food fight cleanup. Pretty much everyone on set. Oh, okay. The mustard viscosity credit goes to a couple of guys with no clue, and food fight cleanup is pretty much everyone on set. Okay, that's funny. Are there other ones? Nope.
Okay,
How would I rate The Adventures of Food Boy? 10.
From this review that I'm watching silently, mind you, it looks like there's a food fight at the end of the movie, and then Food Boy and his girlfriend kiss. The end.
How wholesome and sweet. And not superhero themed. 0 out of 10.
Not a superhero movie.
Yeah, I thought this was like an MCU film. What happened? Do better, whoever made this.
Well, I hope you liked our episode of... We can't even get a written synopsis on this movie. Why?
It's funny how, like, I know that the audio from last week, when we tried our darndest to find a copy of this that wasn't on DVD, we threw it away because it was over an hour of just me rambling and you going, oh my gosh, why isn't it working?
Yeah.
But, like, they made a studio named after the character in this movie. And as far as I know, it's the only movie they made. So They wanted this to be a thing, and then they were like, oh, people think it's dumb. And they just, like, kind of, like, twiddled their fingers and were like, well, I guess we don't have to make movies anymore. And they're, like, so sad about it that they, like, don't want anyone to watch it.
Yeah, they deleted it off of the face of the planet, and they've encrypted every single recording of it. I bet you the one on Apple Movie messes up at the same spot because all they have is the DVD copy that's broken.
I don't know, maybe Apple has some sort of database, but with Food Boy on it.
I would pull it up on my phone, except trying to get it to work, I started my 48-hour rental period, so I'd have to buy it again, which I'm not going to do.
What?
I know.
SMH. You could have been the last bastion of finishing Food Boy. You blew it.
I don't care.
Well, viewers, have you ever seen Food Boy? Because Lord knows you haven't been watching with us because there's no way to.
Yeah, literally, I don't think this movie exists, honestly, at this point. I think it's
only
AI.
two-thirds of it exists.
Yeah.
And that's it. The other third, they had an idea, and then we're like, oh, I guess we were supposed to finish it. Have it glitch out at the talent show, and put on Wikipedia that not all heroes wear capes. Or fight crime or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, well, I guess that's a good stopping point.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else.
when next we meet, we'll have a movie that works, probably.
Yeah, movie grits first, broken movie.
Yeah, I need to make a YouTube video about Food Boy. But just the adventure you go on to get a copy of it.
Yeah, and then the adventure it takes you through once you think you finally have crossed the finish line.
Food Boy is when people think of creepypastas, they think I got a black Nintendo 64 cartridge from a dark alley and the character's eyes were bleeding and screaming at me. But this is a creepypasta. You hear about a movie, you're entertained, you can't find it for the life of you, you have to spend money on it, and then it shows up and doesn't work.
Yep. Well, it makes you think it's gonna work, and then you can't finish the movie. Because I even tried to skip past the food fight, and it was freaking out. So
yeah, it was just like, we cannot comprehend this. We, the computer, cannot comprehend the concept of the food fight scene.
And it almost broke my computer too. It was a very close one. I was almost out of the game.
Don't even get me started on the last scene of the movie. Food fight is incomprehensible, but the scene when he decides whether or not he's gonna fight crime with his food or whatever the heck. I don't know. Maybe that's what happens.
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, we'll never find out. Bye.
Bye.